That is the accompaniment.
Yeah,
You also need to look at the voice as well.
The venue as well and other things.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, but if there is a need for a harpsichord, but in the corner as part of the performance, when we can accommodate that as well. And when it
Sure. My queen, and what I know is that we'll talk with family. Sine, one of you take Dorabella, one of you take Fior Division. I want us to sing this from the beginning to the end. Nah? At least no way. Oh, babona kenye mfune. Ungeke irona abantu babebe tablet or iPad or something. Kan ngetsele papa uma. Unubonisa le wrong yethu ngoba ngabani.
Yeah.
Now, okay, but can you go through the comment? Was there any question, comment, colleagues, from the previous presentation from the floor before we can go through the comments from online? Mr. Ted? My brother? Covered. Abantu bebathanda covered. Where go covered? Bona bayoyibuza no Facebook. Why bethe covered?
I think siphele halfway in terms of answering.
Oh, utasiya.
Because at times practice the piano and then uzofika stage kudlalwa ngeharpsichord. We are not used to the sound. And remember, you spoke about being on pitch.
Sure.
We are on, so the sound it confuses. You should consider iholo and all that. So we practice the piano, udlalwa ngeharpsichord. Now you get into the so I think
maybe another reason when I say I would be it's not only harpsichord, there are strings as well. So we might not have strings on the day. You are able to reach out. You may harpsichord again. You look at the I think it's not a harpsichord at the beginning of the song. It's no. It's an oboe. No, not an oboe, man. It's a clarinet, rather. It's a clarinet. That opens there. It's a clarinet, which depicts, of course, the soprano sound. Now, then when you get to that bar, there are strings, chan, on the cantus fermusia. We are wondering each other the response. So in this case, if ever we may say, let's take harpsichord, and then with lower levels, you were doing it with piano, but of course, you may argue and say, now what's better the piano, but there's an orchestra on that day. Yeah, but it's a good thing that any day in future to be considered. However, we may also get to a point that what were the reasons behind harpsichord? Yeah, because there were reasons behind harpsichord. As Basa see, harpsichord faded away during the classical. So there are reasons like that. But it's a very good question because it is exactly the mood, as you say. My brother?
Before based on dynamic phases live but thina siyathanda umthatha u-allegro as tempo or fast or ulaluka. So anyeni ilaluke nigxile kakhulu in terms of ku-advocator uqombe hey khangakwazi ihamba ngobana uyakwazi uyimanager lo tempo okanye is based on lo tempo niqomba niyibhikishile at that time.
Sure. Now, okay. There is a question, colleagues. Is there any colleague that can assist on terms of a response? Short down,
okay. Go rudiments, allegro fast, but as we grow, iyakhuthaza uba ibe ngu-lively more than u-fast, yabona, lively. Yiyo le nto besithi lively, yabo, yabo. Ngoba uxhomekeka nento yobana ubusoprano kane nanasi ulenteza awunovuka usuke ndibaleke nje yabo kanti it must be live more than fast.
Live refers to the times to the mood than the tempo. Hence you find out Gobes Teta or Soneni there was a lento and then a metronome mark. Yeah, so it's like a degree that says how fast is your fast in this case. Yeah, like for an example, hence Gobes said must drop a so we may tempo. Yeah, I think there's also a comment about that. No, it's the tenor.
B10.
It's a tenor. There's a question about the tenor. What was the comment about the tenor, Ananias?
On the comments.
On the 10, there was a request about tempo, whether to be fast or slow or something like that.
I'm happy to forward it.
Sure. So, and that's open legally, my brother. Any question, colleagues? Right. I think there was a
question.
Yeah.
Are we at liberty to drop tempo a bit by at least 2 units if we feel it is moving too fast to be able to express emotion? Then.
Yeah. So that's the question. I don't think there's a harm on dropping the tempo, especially with the mood of it. Remember, I always say in this type of, in those kind of areas, awubochelelwanga to say hamba ngale tempo from the beginning to the end, especially in order for you to express emotions. There will be times where you feel like moving like this, and there will be times where you feel like going a bit slower. But the dropping of the tempo must not be too much. That's my advice. However, again, we may even get in touch to Utangtona as well. How he feels. But again, I like what Ukinsela Smith, the maestro, used to say, you are the artist, I'm the composer. Celebration too, I used to say, Fundis, I don't even want to figure expression marks, net tempo indications in my songs. I just want to compose music. You as an artist, just bring out the art. So I don't think talk can be nothing. As long as it is within context in terms of tempo. It's a deadly slow. Remember, Go is not dead. Ne? And Go is not saying now, but saying we are asking, we have questions, and so it cannot be too slow. So the answer to that, I don't see a problem at my end. Yeah, colleagues. I think that can also benefit all of us. Yeah.
I think there is another question. Are we allowed to start the trio from the recitativo? Yes. Are we allowed to start it from there?
That is Verdi name. Il Trovatore, Teis Tumsa.
Yes. I think as we all aware that and the ask of prescribed music so for many Sondicula as prescribed. Because once you come up with any, that means you are doing your own prescription again. So if we sisebenza mcenge ngalento siyifumene kwi-BOM, we need to basiphile ngayo. That's luhlobo engicinga ngakhona. Because even nakwezinye ingoma, that means bakhona ezinye recitative, so kuyaba yiloo nto kokoko i-competition ito yokuphela. So if you booklet it now music prescribed i-BOM for this year, I think we need to do as basically Sense. That's my little side.
No, okay. I think nam amasapoti le nto ithi whatever it is prescribed apha kule ncwadi sikuyo. Because, yeah, for instance, yabona kwi-quintet izanye ufakwa lapha isi lapha eqaleni, yabo, because kwizikolo yayiqala nje ukudiscree yami, yabona ngokuqalwe ngapha. So that it is not letters are in this, letters are not masiqale nje kule ndawo sikuyo.
Thanks. Maybe again to respond. Thank you so much, colleagues. I think I like the manner in which you are moving. No, I'm sorry that I forgot about you, colleagues. It's not about Dylan. I like the response that says, let's respect the prescription. Ne? I'll give you an example. If you look at Don Jovan, the one that we just did, ne? Towards the end, Landa Ben first said, three times, ne? But artists normally, when they perform, they say others, so they are just being artistic there. So, but in the score, it's not there. Hence, BOM, we said, no man, let's bring the culture to Abantu. Let's add the humming part. So that humming part can be performed because it brings that actual music. Coming to the response for Nabrane, without taking away anything that is being said by the colleagues. It's a very good question. However, Il Trovatore by Giuseppe Verdi, especially Di Geloso Amor Sprezzati, that one, Sprezzato, that one, you cannot say it doesn't have a recitativo. It's a continuation from an aria. That's the recitativo. And then it develops from that to the duet. From the duet to the trio. And from the even the where Manrico is singing outside. And Leonora now, because he thought this is Manrico, and then already started. Then the actual trio game would start here. So it can it's that would mean we need to start. It's like this music, colleagues, would have a recitativo, cabaletta, then a stretta. A recitativo is not even that long. It's just this man saying, what a quiet that. Then the duet starts, the conversation. Music already started. Then Maidlula, we are ngena unatsika from the outside. Umandrico. Ne? Qual voce infida, bam, we have got the music. So if we're saying we started back, that would mean we need to take the whole finale. That's the finale of Act 1, by the way. So this is the portion of the finale, the last portion of the finale. So there's no recitativo, according to my understanding there. So the answer, without again the feelings of the colleague that was asking, please man, let's take it from this one. Because the only thing that is not here, Evinos director, oh no. Well, Count de Luna is saying, no, you are not living with him. You are living with me. So, then the conversation, the invitation to the duet starts between the two gentlemen fighting for this woman. Maybe perhaps that's as because we need to release Iran here. Uyayiva mngani wami ne? Is it fine?
It's fine. Another one, I think it's going to the wrong. Someone is complimenting his readiness. He is saying he is on fire.
So no one is complimenting me. It's okay.
Where Mr. Matthews was, I think when we were talking about the coloratura, he was complimenting how you were articulating on it.
Oh, thank you, Maestro. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you, Deron. Colleagues, okay, it was a joke when I was saying I'm quite young. But colleagues, I think what is it? I think it's also important I think we went through, Maestro, Mr. Matthews, we went through, I think we responded on the issue of the tempo, ne, for the tenor. Secondly, there was a comment around the comment around the tempi that you raised, Maestro. In fact, the manner at which yes, but sometimes the allegro does not always say tempo. You have also the mood and the emotions and stuff like that. We sincerely appreciate that. Perhaps if you can write that comment here, mezzo, if ever, so that we can read it through and give an advice, perhaps. No, as well as colleagues online. It's not only about questions, but also advices. But the trio colleagues, we start the trio where the trio starts. Ne? That means where this one starts, not in the number before that one. So that's typical of the Romantic era. The finale would develop from something up to the last one. So we can't take that trio from wherever before this one. However, we will allow the Ron to give at least the melodic idea so that one can get the pitch. So rather than saying, sometimes, or Ron. Colleagues, can we go straight to the quintet? Thanks, Mr. Mkhalela, for highlighting this part. This person, the person, I like what the person did, the one that was asked by BOM to do the typesetting. As much as normally you describe your journey, it starts there. So this person decided, but no man, let's give the idea. Why this kind of music? From where? Abracha me, don't me, or when they say, please hug me, my beloved. Please give me a hug. This is the last hug because these guys are leaving. And then it smoothly from this, what's the word? This is the ending of the recitativo. We are move again directly straight to the actual number, which is the quintet. So now this is from a secco recitativo. A secco recitativo in classical era is what we call a dry recitativo. Secco means dry. That means there is only harpsichord. Of course, they took that influence from the Baroque era. And then when they get to the main item or the main piece, then the instrument would change and go to the full strings. That is one. Of course, it doesn't start here trio. It's when Don Alfonso just said, guys, please make it quick. Now we're about to leave. Because if Andante by Mozart literally means they are all the same. So initially it was like, it's known as La Scuola degli Amanti. That means the school for lovers. So it's like, who is schooling the young ones here is Don Alfonso. Because Don Alfonso is saying, you know what, Nina, I don't want to make an example, but generally, let's say you get umsebenzi ngapha eMthatha ube ngwaseMonti. So when you get to eMonti, uhlale eMonti, ne? Uhlale eMonti. Mozart and Taponde is saying here, in fact Taponde is saying, you will live here, uhambe uyohlala eMonti. xa emthatha ngoba uphangela emthatha xa ufika xa umka apha lo mntu wakho ushiyeke apha emonti bazawushiyeka bemthatha. So that's what happens. That is why the time ndifumana umsebenzi ivaga apha emonti ndava kwathi qatha ukhozi ifantute kum ndandithatha into zam wandithatha into zam ndihambe nazo ndiye nazo emonti. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want ukuthi i-practicality of ukhozi ifantute wenzeke kum andithi kutheni mntakatete. But then so now these two gentlemen, that means Fernando and Guillermo, bayabetha ngenqindi phantsi saying la mia Dorabella tradirmi non sa. She will never betray me. Uyayibona na njalo uDorabella wam. That's the opening number. La mia Dorabella capace non è fedel quanto bella la fe fedel quanto bella cielo la fe. That's Guillermo. So that is the point where they say our lovers will never betray us. But this man is only cool down. You don't know life. I will teach you life. I will show you that your lovers, your fiancés, will betray you. Abenziwa kanjalo legenda. Legenda iyakwazi ukuthi uhambe nje endaweni ethile xa ubuya seyithe phithi ngomnye umuntu. That's what they go. This is not BOM saying this. This is not me saying this. But this is Così fan tutte, the music, and Mozart and Lorenzo da Ponte. And then, so now nothing. You must never trust them. That's what he's saying. Alfonso. Yeah, but then fast forward. The guys they then bet.
Nel fior la spada scegliete continuo e più vi piace. Io sono uomo di pace e due non forse nella mensa. O pater viva di subito.
That's the recitative on it. Where they exchange words now. You know what? How can you uchole abantu bethu kanje? It's okay, fine. Listen to me. Let's take a bet. I will show you will follow my rules. You will follow my orders. You won't say a word. Tomorrow, Svastibane in same spot. Look, and you are soldiers, you are going away. You are pretending to MP. There are two options. So now this is the point where the bazos diliza udaba. Udaba baludiliza the first quintet.
Santo Dio, che questo pie.
I think last year we were singing that quintet. Ne? We were singing that quintet with BOM. Now we are continuing the story. Ne? But from that time, Guillermo was saying, my feet can't move. I'm shaking because of the news. And it's also diliza kuwe. Now says it diliziwe indaba. Now diliza kwazwe indaba. Siyahamba siyapina. Abadali yafinita siyahamba siya empini. So these ladies now are crying. Omnye iomori. I'm dying. Please hold me. I'm losing breath. Then now the guy is saying, guys, the clock is ticking. Now we are living now. And then Mozart is taking us to the real life story now. When you are leaving your spouse behind, if ever isn't right kuni, like when I'm leaving, I'll give my wife a hug and a small onion kiss, then say, goodbye, my love. So that's what Mozart is doing here.
Abbracciami, dormi.
So now, remember when we spoke of feminine endings earlier. So Uron here is going to give us that chord. Yeah, well, the first one. Take your time.
Abbracciami, dormi.
So the more you're the fan, it's like I'm fainting. Yeah, and then the guys, they pick them up. And then describe me on your journal. Please write me every morning. every day. Write me something, greet me, say hi, do this, do that. And omnye abesa just see charter, yes, I will do, of course. Yes, I will do as such. But look at the gentleman. Now here on me so I'm full of laughter because now I can see the ladies are sad and the guys now are sad because the ladies are sad that they by the way, as the story goes, iyapasa into kaDon Alfonso. Because they end up, when they come back, they twist. They disguise, and then they twist partners. By the way, Ferrando's, that is the tenor, fiance is Dorabella. Then Guglielmo's fiance is Fiordeligi, the lyric soprano. Now, when they come back, omnye baya twist okay, wena ambo bhekisa kuDorabella, Guglielmo bhekisa kuDorabella. Dorabella, I mean Ferrando bhekisa kuFiordeligi. Babhekisa kwenzeke everything. Remember at the beginning of the opera, ngubani obeme ehla esithi ngeke woma umntwana phoqo. The first person was Ferrando. Lami Dorabella kapha, but ngubani aqala bheke ematrasini. So, but at the end of the day, they end up with their until and then then that is why
Ripetete con me, così fan tutte.
Repeat after me. Così fan tutte. Then nyani get the guys now they repeat. But nyani ziyenzile ababantu lento le. Lo muntu ebeqashwe ngapha ewuswe emthatha nyani ubuye wabuya xa kuye eMonti. Let's go. Iron, ladies and gentlemen, the pianist should have a tablet at least. And he also suggested that the facilitator should have a tablet. So, yeah. Okay, colleagues, can we go? I want us to look at the. Oh, here is another word, adagio. Yeah, Frank. So that's why it's important that one need to understand the emotional aspect of the song. You are going to enjoy because you will say adagio, tota, lento, tota, mani largo, tota, manomye, all those songs. Right? Okay, colleagues, can you go? Singatula in notes. Ulandele isandla sam
Mi, fa, so, ti, do, fa.
One, conductors. Fortunately, we have a conductor, I conduct. Recitativo.
So, no, ti. Tovoche, Don Alfonso. Thank you. In case the petty data are not but thank you so much because we are just having fun. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the beauty. Can you feel that key things here? Simplicity. Simplicity is the key word. Beauty, bellissimo. Beauty is the key word. Despite the emotions and other things, Mozart said here, I want to bring all the package of classicism into this piece. Young package, even, can you hear it there? There's nothing much. Play that intro, brah. You got an idea, you may not hear. It's not there. So what he needs, he requires just the voice to beautify there on top. Am I making sense? So now, we just request, or not me by the way, or not BOM, but Mozart or even the music requires clean lyricism, lyric voices. And I know, yes, we've got a problem of Don Alfonso's. We've got a problem of Don Alfonso's there online. No. Remember this man. Remember this man. This man here, the two ladies, they don't have an idea what is happening. So, he needs to hide even his emotions here. Hence in the score, it's written sotto voce, under the voice. So that they cannot even ask, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing when Don Alfonso, while Abba Belila, who can mishimish? So, if ever you are overdoing it, you will be messing up with the storyline. That will be the end of Kozifan Dude on this quintet. You are able to enjoy. So please don't end Kozifan Dude Don Alfonso on this quintet by the manner in which you sing that io crepo se. Non rido. Yeah? What did you king? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Can we go on? We still have time. Colleagues, thank you so much. Mr. Ngowebo has got a commitment. In fact, he was supposed to have left us as early as 1:45 or 1:30 rather, man. Yes, 1:30 because there's a commitment from 2 o'clock onwards. And uye wabonba magahlala sebenzisane nathi up to 10 to 3. So now, we just wanted to deal with this piece and then sohlukane naye. We apologize for that, but we are left with, I think, one piece, if I'm not mistaken. The trio, we'll take the trio, or else maybe with the female voice, and then we are done. Thanks a lot, my brother. Can we give we are so. I think it's important for us to note this. to note the part, this part here, it's very important to note that in our midst we have, I wanted to talk about that when we're dealing with the soprano. I want the camera, Mr. Cameraman, you to turn the camera to this young lady. She's one of our own from Eastern Cape. She represented Eastern Cape this year with South African Schools Choral Easterford, and she was singing in Ngoma by Utakukanisela Sidisi. Out of all the province of South Africa, she became position 2, but to us, she's our number 1. From isikolo esilapha eDuncan Village ethiwa iEbenezer Majombozi. So siyabulela kakhulu. She will be singing Molto Voglio this year. Apha ku-BOM. Siyazi.
No, but I wanted to check Sengosba. That Niti Rondo Kanibizala dot. When you run, whatever you call pianist. That's why pianist. That why can't we continue tomorrow? Because the trio, no say fully fertilizer. Ingani better than the facilitators. Because some is shaking Moses go as cool as being a female debate at the tree.
No, okay. Any Natsika colleagues on our side, we don't have a problem. Remember, this is about you, colleagues. Ne? This is not about us, it is about you. And indeed, it's a fact, like we show you, Mr. Nkalela, that we will need accompaniment. For this piece, there are many things that we need. Some chords. Tonality of this piece, the trio, is quite challenging. Typical of Romantic era, typical of Verdi. And of course, get the drama that is in the story. Emotions of so on our side we don't honestly have a problem. By the way, it was gonna be the last song that trio to do. Maybe we can just talk around it and then mhlawumbi si jonge nje then ke siphinde sizathi piano so that's ngayiqala phansi tomorrow. Is there any problem on that, colleagues? No. Thank you so much. Giuseppe Verdi, a man that was born in 1813, 1813 and died in 1901. So this man composed this opera, Il Trovatore, a very an opera with a story as deep, ne? Manikale up. As deep, kune battle around Utano, a battle around Iskriba, vengeance, ne? And then there is also in the work. One of his operas where all the principal characters at the end of the opera, they die. So they are protagonists here, or the protagonist being the Il Trovatore, Trovatore. The Trovatore is a tenor. ne? That is what's this guy? Manrico. And then there is his brother. I'm saying this deliberately, ne? But they don't know that they are brothers. The two of them. They don't know that they are brothers. Il Conde di Luna, the baritone. They don't know that they are brothers. And then there is Atsuchena. Atsuchena, who is claiming that Manrico is her son, but Manrico is Atsuchena wayeliguyeha, so wayetshiswa at that time, ne? So Atsuchena ngokucinga uba uziphindisela isigxiba, wachova lo mntwana uba makatshone emlilweni. Ecinga utyhiliza bani na? I-brother ka-Count de Luna, the baritone in the opera. Uyabo? Kanti utyhiliza umntwana akhe, ufaka umntwana akhe phaya emlilweni. And then Manrico remained. Remember, Manrico is the brother of Count de Luna. But bebe abazana pa the opera. Then there's this lady called Leonora in the opera. In this trio, there's a fight about love. Someone said, what is opera? You know, my opera is whereby a baritone fights with a tenor, fights for a soprano. Then that's an opera. And then at the end, a tenor, a baritone, but ingamfumani lomtu. I do describe opera. That's exactly what is happening here. So now, Leonora is in love with Manrico. The reason, if you remember, background, the reason ufika Count de Luna ebona uba ngaba hey noko kuthe cwaka apha ebusuku and ikhona le nto imoyisa mani because bazi rivals. Yena Count de Luna always wants to avenge himself because understanding that says Atsuchena killed my brother, and therefore I want to make sure so that my brother ndizokwazi uba ngaba ndibedonele nam ndiphindezelekile. Uyayibona? Lo uzama ngako konke to protect, because uyayazi uba by the way your brother is this one, but awuyazi wena ngoba mna ndabulala ndicinga ndibulala ubrother wakho kanti it's my own sign. Am I making any sense, colleagues? Now nazi signs ke ngoku, because Leonora is in love with Manrico and Manrico is in love with Leonora. A troubadour is someone who's always a singer, ne? Always singing, dealing with music. Yeah, so this guy is playing music, he's singing. That is Manrico. At this point in time, Il Conte is on his own, just minding his own business. And then comes Leonora. Oh, don't. Encoma yenasi sithandwa sam. Kanti akayazi uve yena ntoni na? I-voice, which is one sign to say, zii-brothers is, because ii-voices zibunjani na? Zibufana, but wothuka omnye xa ecula phaa emva. That quad voce, infida, quad voce. Hayibo, that voice. But I thought this is the man. Then that is when we go in oh, Manrico thinks good. Oh, when Leonora, you betraying me. No. I thought this was you. But then no. All that kind of thing. But this time around, they come to the solution, Leonora, that I'm living with him. That is Manrico. Then the man said, no, di geloso, amor sprezzato. Yeah, but amor, now we're going to fight because of what? Of love. Am I making any sense, colleagues? Then that is when the fight starts. This is when Verdi, being the king of I call him the king. In fact, even the books are saying so. Italian opera. They're one of the only composers that composed in different eras of the romanticism in opera. He touched on the bel canticism, he touched on the grand opera, and he touched a little on the verismo. And the last opera yake a comedy, fun stuff. Now, and hence, during his death, there was that day was declared as sort of a holiday okanye zange kuphangelwe during the Natseka, and Vabensiero was sung all over the Italy because he was also an activist when it comes to politically so. Victoria il Re Emmanuel, when ebekwa the King Emmanuel, Victoria, if you look at that word, what to Viva Verdi, because of Viva Victoria il Re Emmanuel. Emmanuel il Re Italiano. So in other words, that's how important the man was. And indeed, he played a very big role when it comes to music. Now, what he's doing in this, now there are two sort of counter melodies that we get in this music. The one of Count de Luna expressing the anger, and then the one of the lovers. Though bethetha amagama angafaniyo, but look, they are singing in unison. Da 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 da. In other words, what does that tell you? It means ulomfana ulomdana ulayonora sele ethathe intoni na iside towards the tenor, that is towards umanriko. But this man is very angry. Yeah, well, I'm contradicting. I'm going to live with you. I'm going to kill you now, stupid woman, and all those kind of is two as bega. So, and then when it comes towards the end, if you see there's something that's a presto there, or pimos or something, that's the stretta part I'm talking about. In opera, that ending, it's like I don't want to say it's the climax or something. It's when the song is going towards the end. For emotional expressivity, they drive it fast. It's called a stretta. Colleagues. So when it comes to that section, it's towards the end. I can't remember the bar number. It's unlike me not to remember the bar number. But what is important is here we need dramatic voices. This is a dramatic soprano. This is a tenor, not a lyric tenor. Now we come with a new word, a spinto. And then of course we've got, this is the only guy, by the way, under the classification of the voices. Where was out there is a lyric baritone, there is a Dorian baritone, there is a dramatic baritone, Helden baritone, but there is a Verdian baritone. So one of our teachers used to say, that is Kamakan, used to say, if you want to sing Verdi, you need to know that you have them. So I don't want to mention online. You need to know that you have them. So same as what is happening in this trio. So now we need anger, we need emotion. We need here a person that is going to protect this woman. We need a woman that is going to say, I will be with you till we die. And indeed, they die together. And we need the man that is going to say, I want you, let's fight. We need to fight for this woman. So now they forgot about the other thing. Hence I was saying that different things here. The revenge. Then immediately after Yona, that's when we get to know now about Umamaga Amandriko. Ya apho aphokozana inhliziyo yakhe yabo indlela aveka buhlungu khona ngokuba kuthini na kufumna nakhe. However, colleagues, I want us to understand that one last thing, you may get amarubatos. This is a romantic era. 2, chromaticism. 3, sometimes you get I don't want to say irregular tonality. Tonality keeps on changing every now and then. Because of expressionism when it comes to Indonina, emotions. I'm talking about a lot of isms here. And then now, nationalism comes at the end of the opera. tan ta, yan ta tan 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 ta. If you go to most of the Italian composers of the Romantic era, that's their signature when they close a bigger piece. Am I making sense? And this is the finale. That's the type of music that they are using. It's now on these pieces, Dishan. Unlike Mozart, where I would say the higher you sing, the sweeter the voice. Here, the higher you sing, the stronger the voice. You need to make sure that you cut through the orchestra. When I was writing about my master's work, when I was comparing the Verismo and the bel canto, this scholar is saying this is an era where lot of composers, even with opera world, because bazivalelwe by imithetho ethile during the eras before that. Hence the expressionism, they were expressing themselves, and they were, even the music, the orchestra expanded now. Even harmonic structure from the do re mi fa sol la ti do, the chromaticism now became dominated. And the changes in either tempo or in dynamics, the subito changes. In fact, subito means immediate. Then that became one of the characteristics, because of expression. They need to express their emotions. Hence, you got to get a lot of leading. Schubert being the master, Schumann, Clara Schumann, and others, of course. And religious music was a bit now subdued. Only few composers. You may think of your Mendelssohn. You may think of, when you go to Germany, of your Brahms. Only few. Besazama ukubamba ibona esasithaba so Bach and Handels. But these guys were expressed, and even politically. Now, composers were expressing themselves using music, expressing themselves politically, but using operas. The story of Nabucco comes again. The story of Lombardi and others, Giuseppe Verdi. And Giuseppe Verdi was at the center of that in Italy. So, colleagues, I want us to know that's the kind of music, but there's a part in Khanila Ubangaba. The changes in terms of, expressions that you see in the songs, they need to be articulated as such. Look, it starts in a minor. La, mi, do, la, ti, do, re, mi. We have an accent, staccato there, which is depicting the anger in from Ubanina, County to Luna. Then, now look at upan number 4 on spread. Mi, fa, mi, do, la. Tato, tato, tato. Ufunuba legato. Yayibona itsho DJ roso amor spletato ardente tremedo il fuoco. Yayibona itsho. So those detached notes, they need ukuba ngaba zikhutshwe as they are. Siyayibona itsho. Now we move to this part. When you get to bar number 34, perhaps let's start from 28. Is that all shall take it? You shall go switch on, Barbara. Stop. According to that, oh, so thanks, brother. So, this opera has got beautiful numbers. Kai just that is the trio. It's from this opera. So when the soldiers are saying, guys, we're ready to fight. Street de la Vampa, the famous Street de la Vampa, from this opera. Ikona lando itanda ipai kubelen itilana. Lega Leonora man bobas noranziga no urade. No that one. At the end, Lega man Rico atula in the tower apo sevalelwe khona. Itina and what I inala female, you know. It's a male, it's a male. It's a male. It's a male. That's why it's good as a counting. Yeah. No, I find now no about. I want us to start, colleagues, from titila do titila so do ti pa. I'm on pass 17. Pass 17. So do ti re do ti so do ti. Se buona, ne? 1, 2, 3. So do ti re do ti so do ti re do mo re. Tila so ti do re fa mi re do tila ti do so do ti mi re do. In the score, you will never see those fermatas, ne? But then the time goes into typesetting. Okay, let's give a guide to bangaba. Apa you slightly rob the tempo. Yeah, so now admire do. When you look at this, that 39 is suggesting Ogoto now something is gonna change. Yeah, hence that fermata. And if you look at the piano, it should have been written collavoce there. Yeah, with the piano, the pianist need to wait. That is part number 39. To wait for what? For the singer, who count to Luna to say, Rilo contano. Then, when the Oleonora no Manerico can start on the what? On the beat. And strongly so. We are going to say, ya da ya da 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 ya da 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 da. Can you do that? Can you sing the Manrico line? Part number 40. Mi fa fa mi mi. We'll take it slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and mi fa fa mi mi re do la so re do fa mi re mi fa mi re do la so fa mi la so mi re la so fa mi re do la mi fa mi re do la so mi fa mi re do la so mi do mi fa re mi la. Say it. So it needs to move faster than that. Ya na 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 ya ya. Utumza, there's something Utumza he did. There's something he did with Utumza. Except so. What are you doing? There's something he did. There's something he did last week when he was demonstrating on one of the pieces in one of the workshops that we attended, which as a demonstrator. Can't tell me now, I like what Utumza did there. So it's same as this song. If ever you will focus on the on particular beat, you're conducting notes, you are not going to make it. So there's this silent one or weaker one. You need to treat it as weak as it is. And you are going to mess with even the motion of the song. But I do want us to look at Count de Luna's anger. Now we'll start. If my queen, Iphi la 10 kuvaka ngoku because benza thi khani icula 10 bar number 4 oh ngasicela lo uManrico ne I'm not just going to take it slowly. So I want us the baritone so that we can focus on nothing. Don't really want to do umntaka mtyhalela manje uyithena. Ngoba nje udinga njani Okay. Can we go, colleagues? We start from Leonora and Manrico, eh? That's 40. No? So my focus will be on the baritone. I want us to show the expressions. 1, 2, 3. Okay, can we go, colleagues, again? 1, 2, 3, and go. That's one, man. 10. Baritones. Okay, baritones online, can you please assist me with that phone here? To express the anger, look at the range from the difference is the octave. So as to in a phone here, but phone here. A contradistic. Right, in a sort of parlando manner, because you're expressing the anger. Now my brother, 1, and let's start again from pa, same part. 1, 2, 1. Then you change, come back again to that mood. My point is that you may look at these notes as la 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 la. Don't focus more on the notes, but on the expression of the word. And the emotions around the word. Hence I'm saying, and then you go, and then you go, and then you go, and here you come. I'm the one who loves you. Or you said you love me. Talking to the lady, you are going with the spoon. Because can you feel the anger, colleagues, around this? No. Can you repeat here? I want us to go to bar number. It's a beautiful tree. Please. Bar number 79. Bar number 79. Do we have bar number 79?
Yes.
Yes. That says Bele, bar number 79. Yeah, dearly for your time. Oh, yes, one is a rest. I think you need to mic those rests. That man, at that point, this man is with anger. You said you love me. Your time, I love you. How can you do this? No, help you vivere non può, no, help you vivere non può, no, help you vivere non può. So according to Ralentando there, is there anything like that? But Verdi, because the repetition of the words you can note in Italian composers and that means there are emotions behind that. That needs to be expressed by who? By you, performer. Am I making any sense? And you need to understand who is this composer that you are singing. By the way, I'm not making sense. Let's take it from that bar again. Bar 79. Bar 79. So we go. One and two. Here for you come on. At least the Siyayibona ne? Ngiyabona uba 8889. Angibona uba 8889. Exactly. Because ngifuna while ke ngoku ezawungena kuba 89, kuba 90. Unantsika uLeonora noManirico sive uba wenzani uthini apha ezantsi ungqumshela uthini yena apha ezantsi because khona uba ungqumshela ungrumayo kumsindo wakhe apha ezantsi count de luna. Am I making sense, colleagues? Now, or perhaps let's take it a little bit. Must start at 83, 84, 85, 86. So lati do siyabona ne? So tila do tila do mi re siyabona? By 86, by 86.
Very.
Snare. Oh, no, A flat. So tila, doti, po, no, po. 1 and 2, 1, 2. So tila, doti, re, do, mi, re, fa, re, ti, so, fa, re, sol. Mi, re, ti, la, so, mi, so, la, se, la, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, so, fa, re, do. Mi, fa, so, se, la, ti, do, la, so, mi, sol, la, se, la, fe, mi, re, do, ti, la, so, fa, do, so, mi, so, fe, so, do. Verdi, when we get to that, when it's below, pop up you also, that's the straighter section I'm talking about. It's driving towards now the end, the song. See, I know, colleagues, I can see Apagoni. That's bar number 90. Can you all sing the baritone line? Can we all sing the baritone line so that we can hear, we can get the feeling of Il Conte di Luna while the two lovers are singing something there, but yena the anger that he is feeling. They will sing notes for obvious reasons. Ne? 1, 2, usen kalong mazo brown. Tell us someone Linda de ame direction apa. Emotion alam sana na ako si Fantuta. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do ti la sol mi sol la si la fi sol mi re do ti la sol fa mi re do ti do re mi fa sol si la ti do la sol do mi sol la si la fi sol mi re do ti la sol fa mi do sol mi sol do. Saiva ani vaslabila. Faster. 1, 2, 1, 2. Do ti la 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, go. Do ti la sol do mi sol la si la fi sol mi re do ti la sol fa mi re do ti re mi fa sol si la ti do la sol do mi sol la si la fi sol mi re do ti la sol fa mi do sol mi sol fi sol do. Amanati ka my queen. Amanati ka my queen. No, vaka still stura litena paya. Oga step. Oga womish. Iba mili soprano le tenor ne. Sing, move faster. So that 1, 2, 1 and 2 gonna go. We start straight from 90. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and if we see Tale before. All right, 9. When you not when you have 83, 84, 85, 86. So so that is apply that part. But start of 86 colleagues, ne? So that's the finish our change. We're starting from number 86 so that we can feel the change when the lovers come in kupa number 90. Thank you. Let's go. So till 1, 2, 3, enter. So till so far. Pick up. So you can feel now the irregular intervals. Can you feel now the irregular intervals that are there because I express our emotions are. According to order, look at this, bar 117. Do we have bar 117, my brother? Okay. Fine. La do fa la re fa ti re so. Now, can we start from that? Bar 117. La do fa. That's it. Different. La do fa. Nah? La do fa 2, 1 and 2. La do fa la re fa ti re fa mi. So now, we move faster. Go 1, 2, 1. Am I making any sense? Correct. So now, here move faster up to the end. It's a very beautiful trio, but trust me, it demands a lot. Yeah? You must be sober on that day. I suggest that. I suggest that. When you attempt this one, you must be sober-minded. You must not take any structure before. Any structure before. But you just need to be vocally fit and vocally ready. And the voices of God needs to blend. Remember, what they are here for is the same thing, which is they're fighting for love. And the person here, or in between is Leonora. And at the same time, it's not a bass, it's a baritone. It's a baritone, not a bass. Someone who's gonna go as high as, I think as G, if I'm not mistaken. As high as G. So we need to make sure that we choose correct voices to sing this. We need to hear fireworks there. Ladies and gentlemen, that was it for today. That means we took from soprano to up to small ensemble. Grazie.
Thank you very much.
Stress.